currents and just like launching something up, projectile up.
Right.
The U.S. has 2 ships being like released this year, I think, or 1 or 2, and then they're being deployed. And basically, it's like a weapon and it fires a magnetic cylinder at Mach 5, I think, and it's so quick. It's got a better effective range, about 100 miles. And it can just pick off stuff. No explosive. It's just a solid piece of metal.
Well,
and it's so fast that you just kinetic energy, and it's
yeah.
it literally grabs the thing and fires it. The projectile. It's like a magnetic current run through like a 2 little like.
It's like an actual physical
prongs.
movement.
Yeah, it's like electrical. It's like electromagnetic current. Like picture the electricity like grabbing the bullet and just shooting it off.
Right, insane.
But like it's not bullet because it's not. There's no explosive or like there's no combustion involved.
Well, that's like there's no doubt that it can be applied to like a military technology.
Well, that's what it's being used for. Now, that's what they start. It always starts in the military and then it goes off to civilian and like whatever else. Now aerospace. Like I think it'll be used for aerospace. They'll launch the ship up and then save fuel by being able to fuel.
No, also save like all the pieces that they have to throw right now.
Oh yeah, because
like,
now they just launch it up and then drop it off. That's the thing. Like science is like things are being more like privatized.
Yeah, exactly.
Things used to be government sponsored like NASA, but like now with like what's it called? What's the other one? Space something.
SpaceX.
Yeah, SpaceX. Like,
yeah, that's
a private corporation now doing that.
Oh, yeah, he's funding it all too.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about last time with a couple other students that
Graham.
we needed more people, like more billionaires that are willing to spend their own money.
Yeah.
To.
Oh yeah.
But I think that we also need, like, for example, in the US, we need like a huge makeover of how the people think, because it's just like by popular decision, a lot of people don't support like NASA financing. They actually support like more like military or defense.
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah, we looked it up
like
last time. It was like they spent like over $465 billion of their budget on military, and like I think it was 13 billion towards aerospace.
But the thing is though, like with the U.S., like people always like often bring up the military budget. I always defend the U.S. military budget for one reason. That's because they're defending the entire world, and like they're defending the entire world. They have like over 190 bases across the world, and if you think about like there are 2 superpowers that are rising now. China's getting more and more powerful, and Russia's also like getting not more and more powerful, but just he's getting away with more stuff. Like when he's
like placing the president in office.
Yeah, he's powerful. He can just do it. He like literally kills journalists. You know what I mean? Like that's not like
people love him. And
and I'm really surprised when I have a couple of friends and stuff like that who actually think Putin's like an interesting, cool guy and stuff. And it's like he has some cool stuff, sure, but
he's a cool guy, man. He writes beers.
But you have to you can't remember. You have to still remember that like he's actually like a dictator basically inside.
Yeah. Well, he's loved in Russia. He has obviously they they do some funny stuff with the data, but he has like 95% approval, I guess.
Yeah, and they do like him, but like if you look at like America and Canada, like we don't really think of it as a problem because they're not like the advantage the U.S. has is that it's landlocked by Canada and Mexico. It's not landlocked by any other country. There's no like crisis or anything like that. It'd be hard to invade them in terms of military strategy. That's what makes the U.S. powerful. But like if you look at like the amount of they fund military budgets for countries like the Nordic countries. They fund the U.S. The U.S. military funds their budget.
Yeah.
So like when you hear I find arguments of why they do so well, a socially greatest country in the world to live in and such high income levels and stuff like that. Well, yeah, the U.S. is covering a huge cost of your security, so that's a good justification for why you have more social programs, free schools.
So you're debating for the fact that the States is not only just one country, but it's actually
and another thing I'll give the U.S. military is when it comes to the disaster relief, the U.S. military is always there. When Haiti, all those things, it's the U.S. military providing most of the resources and infrastructure. So to be able to even when it comes to social wealth, I'm pretty big capitalist free market privatized type thing, but when it comes to military and veterans and stuff like that, they deserve all the social benefits that they could ever possibly have. Especially firefighters, police, teachers, those kind of groups, those people deserve sort of the social benefits. I think people that work in an office, lawyers, doctors, professions, their private market I think can be competitive enough to generate good benefits and good insurance packages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's I think there's a healthy balance. I think the balance is a little bit way too social now.
A little bit too into the military, I guess. They can manage to do the same thing that they're doing right now with less. And what Trump is doing right now.
Trump is talking about pulling military out of other countries. So.
Yeah. Oh well, because it's just not. It's too expensive. That's the thing. In terms of military infrastructure and spending. Are we going to spend it on building up military and security, or are you going to spend it on like combat and fighting? You know,
right.
Like I think if you're gonna like infrastructure,
don't do the time to like separate those.
Yeah, and like it's a costly process to move them out. And like, and I agree that like, you know, there are plenty of countries in the world with like unstable governments and like unstable war. Like I do think we judge the U.S. a lot, like a little bit harshly for their intervention in the Middle East. And like, I agree, like the Iraq War was a failure, but like, if you look at the time period and stuff like that and capture the frame, like. You can argue that was wrong or it was right, but like something needed to be done, and like,
absolutely.
And you can argue that like it's worse off now than it was. But they'll often say like way back in the 70s and like when the U.S. bombed them and stuff, it was actually Russia that first started covered bombing the U.S. Like they'll say that like you'll see those memes and stuff on Facebook of like, oh, don't like refugees, you shouldn't have made them refugees and stuff. Well, Russia actually did that. They carpet bombed the Middle East for a long time, like legit like years. And that, I think, then the U.S. got involved afterwards, and I feel like the blame kind of got shifted towards the United States, but Russia was just up there, even to this very day. They're still meddling in Syria.
There's Russian propaganda everywhere.
It's wild. That's the thing. Like that's why, like I think I shouldn't say like I'm supporting, but I'm actually okay with the increase in the military budget because I think Russia's actually a serious problem for the world.
Oh yeah.
And they want like. And I think if there is any link between Donald Trump and
Putin, Trump is increasing the budget, but at the same time he's creating like bridges between tension, but at the same time he's like colliding with Russia in a way.
Well, the only thing I would think that'd be beneficial for is if they're going to take down China economically. I don't think the U.S. needs Russia to do that though. I think like the Trans-Pacific Partnership, I agree, was bad and actually damaged the U.S. economy, damaged the Canadian economy. Yeah. But the expense was actually to create more growth in South Asia to actually defend against China, because right now China's basically trying to purchase and I guess influence and not like in terms of like take over, but like almost doing that financially, at least from a financial perspective. They're funneling money into like South Korea and like all that business. They're trying to get up their business and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Asian market.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's booming now. It's starting to boom now because like they're 10 years ago they had slave labor and all that, and now it's starting to slowly go away gradually. That's the thing. It's actually very interesting about slavery. Like if you look at slavery, like economically, it's actually terrible for a country. It's like
slavery.
Yeah, they think like it was designed to be an efficient way to like get labor and get stuff done. It's actually it turns out when you pay people money and you pay people more money and then things go up in value, that's actually good for the economy. That's if you look at the United States when they got rid of slavery, their GDP actually like per capita and as overall whole, the real and nominal GDP went up substantially after slavery, because all those people who were working for free were not working and generating wages, which wage economy generates a strong, healthy economy for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now these countries are getting rid of that. They're like, I don't believe in artificially raising the minimum wage, but as the average wage is determined by the market goes up, which will happen in those countries because they're limiting it.